Morning, this is John from 2 Dose Bees and Gardens, and today we're going to be doing some yard work, garden work. As you can see behind me here, we have a field of Bermuda grass and weeds and nut grass and nutsedge and a bunch of other, let's just call them field plants. And over the past few weeks, few months, we've been doing a project of solarizing the weeds and grass in order to do some vegetable gardening and flower gardening. And I'm going to share with you what we've been doing here today. So hang on and we'll get right to it. So over the past 8 weeks or so, we've been working on solarizing these weeds. It's mostly Bermuda grass, nutsedge, let's just call them field weeds, and trying to prepare a space for a new garden. These are going to be raised garden beds back here. And we've got a couple different processes I'm going to share with you that we've been working on. This big patch of plastic here behind me is a section of grass that was, let's call it forked. They were forked up with big claws. A friend of ours came by with his tractor. He runs a tree business, arborist, and he came by with his tractor that had big claws that they use for picking up logs to kind of rake the grass and weeds away from this large section. It's about 30 feet by 30 feet, roughly speaking, a little bit bigger. And so it was down to the dirt. He kind of leveled it for us, and we put some of that dirt back in the back to level out some other spots. And we put the plastic down to solarize it. Another process that we're working on for solarizing is this smaller patch right here. This is where I'm going to be putting in some grapevines, grape arbors. You can see I've got some grape plants here already. And all I did here was use my mower with the blade set as low as it would go and cut the grass down as far as I could get it. And then we covered that with plastic to try and get the solarization effect to work there. So we're going to see which one works better, see how much work we actually have to put into solarizing this whole field of Bermuda that we've got behind us. Ultimately, we want to put in a very large garden that would fill in all of this space. So we're going to see how this one did versus the tilling up. And then also over here, we have some brown tarps. You might be able to see the dirt that's on there, on the brown tarp. That's some of the soil that we're going to be putting into our raised beds. That's a different process, but we're trying to kill Bermuda grass, and anything I can do to do that and make space for gardens is great. Now, some people use silage tarps. And the thought is you still get the heat of the sun, but you also block the sunlight so you don't get light below that. And the idea is to kill the grass, sprout any seeds that are in there, and then kill them. So we're going to see how that did compared to the tilled solarization and the untilled solarization. So it's an interesting opportunity for us to learn what's going to work best for our soil. And we'll bring you along with us. Today, we're going to be pulling back some of these tarps, and the idea is to be able to put in some raised beds. And we're going to mark that out and set those up, probably fill them with some soil. We'll bring you along with us as we do that. So hang on, we'll keep moving. Well, before I start tearing this plastic out, I want to show you what we did. Essentially, this tarp here is the first one we put down, and what we did, we covered the edges with soil. So all under here is the soil. Let me see if I can pull some of this back. You can see down here to the bottom, and you got plastic all the way over here. Here's the edge of it right here. And so I need to pull this away so that I can unbury the plastic. And it's right against this other one that we have in place. And that one we actually covered the edge. You can see I started taking that one apart down there, but we covered this other one here. The edges we just covered with wood chips, mulch that we had, and I'm hoping that that will do as good as actually burying the edge. The idea is to seal all of the edges so that the heat remains within the plastic, underneath the plastic, to kill any weed seeds and any weeds that are under it. So I'm going to keep going on, and I'll bring you back when I start pulling back some of this plastic. The last edge. We're going to reuse this. We'll probably tape up some of these holes. And we're just about done. Yeah, there are definitely some holes there. So we're going to pull this off of the space that we've prepared, solarized. So we've just pulled back this tarp. Sorry if you're hearing noise from my neighbor's mower. I don't think it has a muffler. Anyway, this is the spot where we had the plastic. We've just pulled it over top of the other one, and looks like the solarization has worked pretty well. You can see on the edge where there was no plastic, the weeds continued to grow, and inside of the area where we had the plastic, there's a couple of small weeds that were in the dirt on top, but this looks like an awesome bed ready to work. We're going to put some landscape fabric down where the paths go. Going to use some 2x12s, and we're going to build some nice raised beds in here. This looks like it's pretty awesome. I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. I used to have a burn pile right here, and you can kind of see some ash that was there. But anyway, that's it for today. It's getting too hot out here, but we'll pick this up and bring you along with us.